Tiffany English?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Rojas, will your client waive the formal reading of the motion in each case?
She will, Your Honor.
Ms. English, in 18-30705, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. It shows that you were placed on probation June 10th of 2019 for the offense of assault on a peace officer, a second-degree felony, and that was a 7-year deferred probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And in cause number 19-31722, I also have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation June 10th of 2019 for the state jail felony offense of possession of a controlled substance, and that was a 5-year deferred probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, I just want to clarify for the court's knowledge, I spoke with Ms. Cole. That was extended. When I first looked at it, it looked like
Okay.
2019, and now it's 25, that it would have been expired, but I confirmed
That it had.
been expired.
Okay, thank you. Each of these cases allege that you violated your probation. Count 1 in each case alleges that you tested positive on a drug patch for tetrahydrocannabinol and cocaine May 8th of 2025. And is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
True or not?
Yeah, sure.
Count 2 in each case alleges that you failed to provide verification of completing a job search. And is that true or not true?
Yes, true.
Count 3 in each case alleges that you are behind in your court-assessed fees. Is that true or not true?
Sure.
Count 4 in each case alleges that you failed to successfully complete the SafeP program. Is that true or not true?
True.
Did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1 through 4 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you plead true to those counts because they're actually true?
Yes, ma'am.
In each of these cases, I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreements that you've made with the district attorney, you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1 in each case?
No objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Ms. English is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 4 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. In cause number 18-30705, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of assault on a peace officer. Sentence you in accordance with your plea agreement to a term of 3 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive.
Yes, ma'am.
In cause number 19-31722, also find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of possession of a controlled substance. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 18 months in the state jail prison. You will also receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive.
Yes, ma'am.
These 2 cases will run concurrently, which means together at the same time. I'm handing you the trial court certifications in each of your cases that shows these were agreements that I followed, so you have waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of the judgments entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Rojas.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, ma'am. You can go back with the bailiff.
Thank you.
Sir, are you Trevor Green?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Reynolds, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will, Judge. Just, excuse me, before we get going, I'd like to point out that the grandmother of the victim is here in the courtroom today, Millie Stoker. She's not only the grandmother, but she's essentially acted as a mother figure for the victim in this case, raising him since he was like 4 days old. 4 days old.
Okay.
And I've discussed the plea agreement with her, and she's in agreement with it.
Thank you for being here, ma'am. All right, so Mr. Green, in cause number 250524, you're charged with the first-degree felony offense of murder from April 28th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Reynolds?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection to state's one.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Green is not competent?
None to my knowledge.
And Mr. Green was charged as an adult, not certified, correct?
He was charged as a adult.
Okay.
Your Honor.
I was just
There's
trying-
no
Yes.
certification.
Okay.
He was 17 prior to the alleged.
Okay. All right then, Mr. Green, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of murder. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 30 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You do receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification. That shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of that judgment against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Reynolds. All right, good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you again, ma'am, for being here. Mr. Pugh, in cause number 23, DCCR 1531, you're charged with a third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and that's from June 18th of 2023. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? In that case, I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker? And do you fully understand them? Answer out loud, please. Thank you. The court reporter has to take everything down. And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. And Mr. Pugh, you are a U.S. citizen, correct? Is there any evidence that Mr. Pugh is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 3 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. Let's see. And then, in cause number 19-33356, what I'm looking at right now is your jail incident reports. You don't like being told what to do out there, do you?
That's not the issue. People come to work with problems of their own.
Okay, so it's the correctional officer's faults that you don't follow the
All
rules?
time when I walked across the dorm and give a guy his bowl, I did that. I was working out in the bathroom, I did that.
Okay,
Miss Painter, she called me on my name multiple times and I asked her to identify herself. The other things that she wrote in there about me were not true. I had another officer read it to me so I know what it says.
okay. There's only one.
Mr. Washington wrote me up, and that was a lie. That's why I got moved to orange, because I actually was in blue at first. And the lieutenants don't even know why I was in there. I was actually in dorm, placed in dorm under, so to say, Stroder's advisor, but Stroder never wrote me up, so I don't even have a write-up for that. They don't have that in there either.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you did most of what they're saying you did
I
wrong
didn't do
anyway.
most of what they're saying at all. Most of those write-ups, Washington and Painter, and I think another lady, I didn't do the other things that she wrote up. Butte wrote me up for some other things, and I told her that I can't do her job for her. She wanted me to point somebody out, and that was she just wrote me up on it. So.
Okay. So Washington didn't tell you to stop talking,
No, ma'am,
and
he
you
didn't.
responded by saying, quote, "Officer, you telling me we can't talk in the bunk area? You tripping." You didn't say that?
I did not. That man did not tell me nothing that whole day. He didn't. And when I asked him if I had a write up, he told me no. And they actually wrote me up 2 days after they moved me from blue to orange. That wasn't even the same day.
And you didn't go to the restroom and wash your clothes in the sink, and he
No,
told
ma'am,
you
I
not
did
to do that?
I did not do none of that.
You just
I
made
asked
all
him-
that up?
I swear, I asked the lieutenant to check the cameras and see if that's what I did, and she didn't want to do it. So that write-up was just for nothing. When I asked him if he wrote me up because they told me that I had a move card, I said, "Why am I moving from blue to orange?" He said, "I don't know." And I was like, "Well, did you write me up for something?" He said, "No, I didn't write you up. The lieutenant called and said that you had a move card, that they was placing me in my right because I have a felony case that I'm supposed to be in orange." And when I came in at first, I told them that I was supposed to be in orange, but they put me in blue and told me that they would.
Sounds like you know their job better than them, huh? You're just out there telling them what to do and where you're supposed to be and all that kind of stuff. See, here's the thing. I don't have to accept any agreements in here. And I know word out there, it's got to be getting around that I'm not accepting agreements. I'm putting people back in jail because of these incident reports. Because these people are just trying to go to work and do their job, and they don't need you or anybody else telling them how to do their job, where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be where they tell you to be. You're supposed to wear what they tell you to wear. That's part of being in jail. You don't get to make your own rules. Stop breaking the law, and you can do what you want and wear what you want when you're out. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
All right, so in cause number 19-33356, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. This one shows that you were placed on probation December 7th of 2020 for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. That was a 2-year probation. Looks like it was extended at least once. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It looks like this motion, Judge, was filed in 23, so that must be where it's told. He's just been at large on it since.
Okay. It alleges that you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you committed the new offense of evading arrest, June 18th of 2023, and is that true or not true? True or not true? True. Count 2 alleges that you failed to report as directed to the probation department April 10th, May 22nd, and June 12th of 2023, and is that true or not true?
True.
Count 3 alleges that you didn't work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of that, and is that true or not true?
True.
I'm sorry?
Not true.
Okay. Count 4 alleges that you failed to immediately report to the probation officer a change of address and your arrest. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Count 5 alleges that you failed to provide verification of performing the community service hours as required. Is that true or not true?
True.
Count 6 alleges that you failed to provide verification of participating in the education program for your GED. And is that true or not true? Count 7 alleges that you failed to provide verification of paying court-ordered child support. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Count 8 alleges that you're behind in your court-assessed fees as of June 26, 2023, in the amount of $2,361. And is that true or not true?
That's true.
So he was at large since 2023? Is that what this, I would assume from this? Since there's,
That's what I would assume, Judge, just from the file stamps and the fact that his last admin was in 23 as well.
so did you just stop going to probation back in 23?
Yes, ma'am.
That's after he got arrested on the new case, apparently. But that's what it appears, Judge.
No, that was before I got arrested.
Yeah, the new case is from March of 2024, so you had already stopped going for
Yes,
almost a
ma'am.
year.
Because she was planning to violate me for
This
any
is-
reason. I don't know why.
It says June 18th of 23, I thought.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hold on. looking at the wrong thing.
You're supposed to be.
2023, June 18th, yeah. Stopped reporting in April. New offense in June. I don't know if I like it or not. Guess it really doesn't matter a whole lot just because it's gonna, I already gave them the 3 on the other one.
We can rediscuss it, Judge, and raise the time.
I'll do it. All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, well, let me go through this first. I have also in this case, on the motion to revoke case, some documents here on the computer that have your signature on them. Did you also go over these with Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
And you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, you understand if I follow this agreement that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal.
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. All right, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 5, 6, and 8 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 1 year in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certifications in each of these cases that shows these were agreements that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I've also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgments entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. All right, you can go back with the bailiff.
And there it is. One courtroom, multiple lives, all shifting in a matter of minutes. No shouting, no chaos. Just quiet decisions carrying heavy consequences. Pleas were entered, truths were admitted, and sentences followed without hesitation. In moments like these, the system doesn't pause for emotion. It moves forward, firm and final. Some took deals, others faced reality head-on. But every choice came with a price. And now, as the doors close behind them, one question lingers. Were these outcomes justice? Or just the cost of mistakes finally catching up?